Welcome to the Social Music Club. I hope you enjoy.
Kyle using that screen, spin move to Jonas, and he finishes! Oh, how sweet it is!
Wow, ankle breaker, Kyle Lowry.
The fake, breaking ankles. Iman Shumpert.
His confidence just keeps rising, doesn't it?
It's a loss by one. Oh, what a move to the goal by Crawford.
Against Ginobili.
He's a starter, but there he is scoring with the bench unit.
Miami has not led tonight. Chance to grab it here. The ball handling skills. Napier with some crafty handling. Trey stops and goes. Oh, yes!
Okay.
Oh, my. Oh, it's worth a second look.
Who would like to dance with Mr. Trey Burke right now? Let's see it. Right through him and then be woohoo!
Irving Hall, pretty crossover move from Kyrie Irving. That was sweet. Wow.
Williams, what a vicious crossover and the lay-in for Darren Williams, leaving Jeremy Lamb in his shoes.
Walker comes back into front court after the missed shot.
Oh,
Kemba.
That'll be on a lot of folks' highlights.
That was some crossover by Blake. It's his second three in the last 5 minutes, gives Portland a 1-point lead.
0-4 shooting during the period since they made 6 of 7.
Broken ankle moves. That's a broken ankle assist right there.
Watch this move by Ty.
Oh, Ronnie Price with a great move. Counted in the foul.
Boy, he broke him off a little something there. Udre was left hanging. Just crossover and whoops.
Bulls by 6.
Oh,
Walker.
my goodness.
And he's got to hit the 3 on that one.
Wow. Cross him up and sit him down. Put him to sleep.
Check if he's hurt.
Oh, my goodness. Big fella. Just stand still.
Williams. Oh, killer crossover. Darren Williams. That was nasty. Lance making the move. Score the basket and the foul.
Lance Stevenson with the ball handle and gets Turner on skates. And look at the finish. Just lays it out and flips it up. And a little shimmy there from Lance.
There you go. Wow.
Lowry.
Oh, how about that? Landry, one time, yes! Landry Fields with the 3 from the corner!
What a pass as well. Lowry wheeling, dealing.
Wall.
Score the field goal. He'll go to the line after a nifty move behind his back.
Well, that was Mo Williams that was on him. He just went behind his back, left him clear.
Sizing up Cephalosha with his long arms. Going to a crossover, lost it. Bruising ankles, and he goes Dilly. A three! Right on the money! From LeBron James! Thabo Cephalosha was doing the job, and LeBron just crossed him over nastily.
Now you see me, and now you don't.
Overplaying Levine. Kyrie on the dribble drive. Inside, mesmerizing.
Kyrie Irving. Now you see me, now you don't. To the hoop for 2.
Shot clock down to 3. What a move by Curry. Spates with the bucket.
Oh, no, he didn't. Steph Curry with the split on the double team. Nice drop down assist.
Magic respond.
That was a problem of Charlotte's making with Kemba. What a quarter.
Another victim to the crossover step back. The Kemba Walker arsenal.
Johnny's not settling like he was toward the end of that second quarter. He's mid-ranging.
Teague goes down the lane and scores. He took Dellavedova to the right, then back to the left as Dellavedova fell down. Teague now has 16. Carter Williams, the fake on Dellavedova, and he drops it.
Good move there by Carter Williams to free himself for the jumper, and he made it.
Steph around Morrow to put it up and in. Steph Curry's ball handling tonight has been superlative.
Well, you've got to backtrack and move your feet. When he goes sideways with that ball, he's going to make the move there. He just froze Anthony Morrow. Harden will handle it. 4 seconds left against Anderson. Harden with the fake. Harden to the hoop. It goes, and a foul. James Harden with a tremendous individual effort. James Harden. He is impossible to stop.
Harden crossing over, slithering, driving, stepping, shooting, hitting. Vintage, nasty James Harden.
Too easy. And he makes the game look too easy.
Jeff switched out on Paul Pierce. Couple crossovers, and the open man is Al Horford. And he hits a three.
The Hawks are on automatic tonight.
Curry splits the defense behind the back. Fires a three. Oh, he puts it in. What a spectacular move. And it's the largest lead of the game.
That could be the greatest move I've ever seen. No, I'm being serious.
Oh, what a move by Darren Collison.
And Collison just about screwed the defenders in the floor.
A 23-point lead can get cut quickly if you're not careful.
Shved.
Crossover with a terrific finish.
Boy, Alexei Shved on the move and not stopping for anybody.
Here's Griffin at the baseline against Markieff Morris. Beautiful move to the goal and the right-hand stop. Oh, what a play by Blake Griffin. He left Morris high and dry.
Evans, couple of crossover moves and lays it in.
He got 2 different Knick defenders fooled, and it's cut to 7.
Mesmerizing moves by Evans.
Carry. Oh, which way did he go? Bruising ankles, and he goes as he goes to the hole to finish it up.
Which way did he go? I don't know. Oh, he's at the basket.
Shovel it ahead to Crawford. Does his dance. Bogdanovich is going to get hurt doing that. Jump shot and basket.
Oh, baby. Jamal Crawford creates highlights.
His teammates certainly love him when he goes through his legs behind his back, shakes a defender, then knocks it down.
Houston has won 6 of its last 7 at home as Harden connects on a gorgeous step-back triple.
A lot of people would say, ooh, he got you, Jimmy Butler.
O.J. Mayo. Mayo did some serious damage to the ankles of Evan Turner, and Dudley hits the 3.
You're seeing the essence of teamwork on these last 2 exchanges.
Oh, what a move by Nick Young. Oh, what a move by Nick Young. And he's having some fun.
Good stop on a dime.
Here's Young, finally. Nick Young hits the jump shot.
It was such a big shot for Nick that Lionel Hollins had to take a timeout.
So you don't know what Harden's going to do. Will he pull up and shoot the 3? He did that right before the half. Or he could drive on you.
James Harden! MVP move!
James Harden caused Ricky Rubio to lose some clothing right here, and he fell into a sinkhole.
Wow, that was just dirty.
Look what James does after the shot.
And the crowd in Toyota Center loves it.
Irving weaving his way. Kyrie swerving for 2.
Kyrie
98-87.
leaves them all in the dust. Straight to the hoop for 2.
And back come the Warriors. Iguodala puts a move on Dellavedova behind the back to Lee. What a play.
Who
Andre Iguodala, the beautiful in and out and behind the back pass. Beautiful play.
Curry splits defenders. Curry to the rim. Curry fans in this building. Steph Curry is wowing the crowd in Brooklyn. Last time out, he had just 9 against them at Phoenix. Smith with strength. Snap the pass, Kevin Love. Square shoulder 3, knocked it down.
J.R. Smith initiated the play. Kevin Love ends the play deep in the queue.
Hit the board, scoring. Those two have made a difference. Ryan Kelly gets killed on that move by Parsons.
We saw the footwork lose. Chandler Parsons throws up a nice-looking left-handed shot.
Curry, all pretty fake, pulls up. There's the first field goal. That was sweet.
What a move. I mean, what do you do defensively? Beautiful move by Curry.
Does he have the best handle in the league right now?
10-1 run for Charlotte. Stevenson's keyed most of it, and he keeps it rolling.
Tolliver, you're in a highlight film.
Lance doing a great job here in the 4th.
Wow, what a move, and put it in the book and send him to the line.
Just simply broke down Nene with that crossover dribble. Just a remarkable. Nene's thinking, I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Now Rudy Gay, look at that move. Oh, boy, Rudy Gay, and a foul.
I think he heard Kevin Seraphin say, I got him. If he come, Rudy got off the screen and said, I think said, no, you don't.
Clear it for Williams, 8 to shoot. Now a switch. Williams against Bass. Crossover, double cross. Williams, oh! What a highlight, Darren Williams putting on a dribbling exhibition.
Do you want to dance, Mr. Bass? Oh my goodness. We'll see that one on whatever highlight we want to see it on.
Lawson. Oh! And Hickson lays it in. He almost dropped that one, but what a move. Lawson shaking, breaking ankles on that one.
Curry off a screen, dribbles on DeAndre Jordan baseline, comes out left wing, behind the back, an ankle breaker on Chris Paul, and he knocked down the jumper. Paul fell down. Curry just floored him with that move.
Takes it out under the basket and suddenly goes 2 times behind his back to leave Paul on the ground and then finishes it off. 1, 2, Paul goes down, Curry knocks down the jump shot.
Irving, great move. Mozgov at the basket, and Kyrie putting on a show here in the 1st.
Now everything is coming together here.
Zach Ray will leave it for Pikes. Oh, breaking an ankle. On its way.
Not only breaking an ankle, but dropping a triple to boot.
Woo, Dwight Pikes.
J.R. Smith pulls back, gets rid of Bradley, and knocks down the shot.
Again, though, another example of pretty good defense by Bradley, but better offense by Smith.
Irving, bang, at the buzzer. What a first half in his NBA playoff debut with an exclamation point as the 2nd quarter comes to an end.
How about Kyrie Irving? This just in. He's not nervous about playoff basketball.
Williams, what a handle from the Nets point guard going right to the cylinder.
Vintage Darren Williams on the crossover and bucket.
And your building blocks start on your energy, your attention to detail, and how you finish the game.
Beautiful move by Irving, off the spin, able to back dribble and cut to his left, backed it up, and beat his man.
They do not have timeouts remaining. Rose on the crossover, drives, layup, it's good! Tie game with 8.4 left. Cavs don't have timeouts left. Curry steps back, bang! 20-point game. They've seen it before. No big deal. Curry behind the back, floats to the basket, banks it in. Oh, beautiful play from Stephen Curry.
And that's a play made off of his ability to shoot the basketball.
Watched by Dellavedova. No double that time. Curry loses Dellavedova. Step back three on the way. Steph Curry! Good for Curry at three! What he's done all year, he did there. The fancy dribble, the step back, the baby-faced assassin knocked down a triple, and the Warriors have their largest lead of the night.
You asked for it, here it is. Welcome to Mixtape Videos. Today we're ranking our top 10 players in NBA history. It seems like everyone's top 10 list is different, and honestly, opinion plays a large part. We're going to share our list, but make sure you watch till the end of this video to see how you can be a part of a viewer-ranked list of the greatest players of all time. But for now, let's get on to our list. Number 10, Kobe Bryant. To some, Kobe is one of the most overrated players of all time, but when you look at his stats and what he's accomplished, the Black Mamba has earned his place in history. With 5 championships, 2 finals MVPs, and a regular season MVP under his belt, Kobe has the hardware. He's also 3rd all-time in total points, number 10 all-time in points per game in the playoffs, and number 8 all-time in total win shares for the playoffs. Some say Kobe only won his rings by playing with other great players, like that's never happened ever in the history of the NBA. But did you know that he's the only player in NBA history to score at least 600 points in the postseason for 3 consecutive years, and is the only player in NBA history with more than 30,000 points and 6,000 assists? Clearly, he's done his work. And his reputation for being a low percentage volume shooter doesn't really hold up when you consider his career shooting percentage of 45% in the regular season and 44.8% in the playoffs. Kobe also holds numerous franchise records, and considering the fact that he plays for the Lakers, one of the most storied franchises in the NBA, that's saying something. Number 9, Tim Duncan. We've done several power forward profiles on this channel, so you probably already guessed that we consider Tim Duncan to be the greatest of all time at that position. Dirk and Karl Malone are close at 2nd and 3rd, but they just can't top Duncan's 5 rings, 3 finals MVPs, and 2 regular season MVPs. Yes, Duncan has had the honor of playing with other Hall of Fame players, but he's silently carried the team for most of his career. He's number 17 all-time in scoring, number 6 all-time in win shares for the regular season, and 2nd only to Jordan in win shares for the playoffs. He also has the 7th all-time highest PER for the playoffs. Number 8, Magic Johnson. There's some debate over who is the greatest point guard of all time. Generally, most would consider it to be between John Stockton and Magic Johnson. Both of them defined the point guard position in their own special way, but Magic became a legend with his 3 finals MVPs and 3 regular season MVPs. Heck, the guy won finals MVP as a rookie. He had the opportunity to play with some of the all-time greats, but rather than riding their coattails to history, he made his own by being the magician that made the Showtime Lakers work. And he's number 5 all-time in win shares for the playoffs. He truly earned his spot in history. Number 7, Shaquille O'Neal. Everyone knows the paint belongs to Shaq. He dominated games. But sometimes we forget just how dominant he was. He has the 3rd all-time highest PER for the regular season and the 4th all-time highest PER for the playoffs. He's also 10th all-time in win shares for the regular season and 7th all-time for the playoffs. And don't forget that he's 6th all-time in total points. He's top 10 in total blocks and top 15 in total rebounds. To be in the top 10 or 20 in so many categories is very rare. Now, we'll admit that his road through the playoffs was sometimes assisted, we'll say, but he can't be blamed for that. The fact is that Shaq dominated the paint, and there wasn't really anyone who could stop him. Number 6, Larry Bird. Maybe white men can't jump, but Larry Bird proved that they could do pretty much everything else. Bird really did do it all. His career numbers show that. He won 3 championships, 2 finals MVPs, 3 regular season MVPs, had a 50-40-90 season twice, which is just crazy, and is number 11 all-time in win shares for the playoffs. Just about the only thing he didn't do was crack the top 10 scoring list, but he did only play 13 seasons, so that's probably why. Bird's game was complete. We'll put it this way. Shaq averaged 10.9 rebounds for his career. Bird averaged 10, plus 6.3 assists. There's any number of things you could say about Bird. He was the greatest scorer, greatest shooter, greatest passing forward, great defender. Basically, he's just one of the greatest of all time. Number 5, Wilt Chamberlain. Man, where do we even start? He scored 100 points in one game. Nuff said, let's move on. But no, seriously, Wilt was a beast. Just leaving championships and MVPs out of it, he's number 5 all-time in scoring, number 2 all-time in win shares for the regular season, and number 6 all-time in win shares for the playoffs. He's number 2 all-time in points per game for the regular season, and number 1 all-time in rebounds. That's unbelievable. Number 4, Bill Russell. Okay, if you were impressed by Wilt, Bill Russell's accolades will blow your socks off. He won 11 championships. And by the way, for anyone who says Russell only looks good because most players back then weren't very athletic, consider this. Bill Russell was only 6'9" and 220 pounds, and he was going against Wilt Chamberlain, the guy who scored 100 points, and beat him. He also beat Oscar Robertson, the guy who averaged a triple-double as a rookie. Bill Russell holds the record for most rebounds in the finals with 40, which he did twice. He's the all-time playoff leader in total rebounds and rebounds per game, and holds the highest rebounding average for a finals series with 29.5. Now, with 11 championships, a lot of people put Bill Russell higher than number 4 all-time, sometimes as high as number 1. However, we've kept him a few spots down because his game was mostly about defense and rebounding. Offense wasn't really his strong suit. Maybe he didn't have an all-around game, but he's truly the greatest winner ever. Number 3, Hakeem Olajuwon. Okay, so this might be surprising to some people, but hear us out. Yes, he got his 2 rings and finals MVPs, and is number 10 all-time in points scored, but consider his era. He won his championships when Jordan was out of the game, so you could say that he was the second best player behind Jordan, which is saying something in itself. But also, without Jordan, he probably would have won even more than 2 championships. Also, during the 95 finals versus an up-and-coming Orlando squad, Olajuwon embarrassed Shaquille O'Neal by putting up 32.8 points, 11.5 rebounds per game, 5.5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, which led to another finals MVP. And let's not forget the Dream Shake. Hakeem is number 1 all-time in blocks, won Defensive Player of the Year twice, and is the only player in NBA history to win regular season MVP, finals MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. Number 2, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If you watched our Kareem versus Wilt comparison and thought we were on the fence about it, now you know that we're not. Stats aside, Kareem tops so many categories, it's unreal. Here's his resume. 6 championships, 2 finals MVPs, 6 regular season MVPs, a record. Number 1 all-time in scoring, number 1 all-time in win shares for the regular season, number 2 in win shares for the playoffs, number 1 in offensive win shares, and number 3 in defensive win shares. And let's not forget that Kareem unleashed the most devastating shot the NBA has ever seen, the skyhook. But what puts Kareem at number 2 on our list is the fact that he did it for 20 seasons. Some guys are good for a decade and then they taper off. But Kareem averaged double-digit points for 20 years. So yes, his extra games and seasons meant he could score more points and add to his legend. But he wasn't just playing during those years. He really could play at a high level for 20 years. And that's simply unheard of. Number 1, Michael Jordan. Where do we even start with this one? Yes, it's a predictable pick, so let's just have some fun admiring Jordan's achievements. Jordan created the blueprint for greatness and all shooting guards. Did you know that the Jordan Bulls never lost 3 consecutive games from 1990 until after he retired? He currently holds the record for most points in a single playoff game with 63 and has 8 50-plus point playoff performances, 4 more than anyone else. Let's see what else his airness did. 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 10 scoring titles, number 1 all-time in points per game for the playoffs, number 1 all-time in points per game for the regular season, number 1 in PER for the regular season and the playoffs, number 1 in win shares for the playoffs, number 4 in win shares for the regular season, and number 4 all-time scoring. Be it his series clinching buzzer beater over Craig Elo, his 63-point dismantling of the Celtics, the flu game, the up and under, the 96 comeback championship, or MJ's farewell cross-up of Byron Russell, there has been no player that has provided us more legendary performances than Michael Jordan.